Okay, so next we're looking into types of triangles, or like classifying or naming triangles. So types of triangles, this is, okay. Good, good work there. Okay, anyways. So this is naming triangles. This is also classifying. All of those things can refer to like what this is doing here, types of triangles, names. So depending on how much information you have on the triangle, depending on if you have sides or angles, you can classify, or you can give a triangle either one or two names. Triangles have names that are based on the angles that they have, and they have names that are based on their sides. So starting off with the names that are based on sides, a scalene triangle has three unequal sides. So none of the triangle sides are the same length. So a scalene has three unequal sides, which also low-key means that there are three unequal angles. And again, when we're saying unequal, we just mean different, right? We're just meaning they're all different. None of them are the same. So, for example, we could have this triangle be 3, 4, 5. Right? And that works because we can check with the adding side, the two smaller sides, so 3 plus 4 is 7, needs to be bigger than the third side, which is true. So scalene triangles have three unequal sides, three unequal angles, which again just means different. An isosceles triangle, on the other hand, an isosceles triangle has two congruent sides. Those two congruent sides are called your legs. Right, so in our picture here, the legs that are equal are highlighted in green, those two green legs. Well, your picture might not be colored, but the video is. So it's got two congruent sides, which then also means it has two congruent. And soon I'm going to stop spelling out congruent and just start using the symbol. So be ready for that. Two congruent angles, which are called base angles. And this makes sense because these base angles in my picture here, you'll notice they're the red ones. These ones are directly opposite or directly across from the legs. So you can see that that makes sense that those two are angles, or those two angles are equal, because those two legs that they're across from are equal. Notice that the side that is not equal, you've got the legs and then you've got the base down here. That's kind of a obvious thing that we call that bottom, the base. And then the vertex angle is that other third unequal angle. So let's just make a note about that. That vertex angle is the third unequal angle. Boom. So scalene, three unequal sides, so all different sides. That's a bit confusing. So 3 unequal sides, or no equal sides. Isosceles triangles have 2 congruent, or 2 equal sides, which means they have 2 equal angles. And then last but not least, equilateral triangles. Equilateral triangles have 3 equal / congruent sides, which means all sides are the same length. Which, if with with our isosceles triangle, when two of the legs or two of the sides were the same, that meant two of the angles were the same. That's the same kind of situation here with an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle has three congruent or equal sides, which means that it also has three congruent / equal angles. And one of my favorite questions to ask is, if each angle is the same thing in the triangle, how could you figure out the measure of each one? Well, we know that angles must add to 180. So triangle angles must add to 180. So if I take that 180 divided by 3, that would give me 60, making each angle 60 degrees. So in an equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degrees, as you can see in our picture here. Each angle is 60 degrees. And that will always be true in an equilateral triangle, even if the side lengths are different. So you could have sides of 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 12, 12, 12. As long as all three sides are the same, the angles will always be 60. Each angle is 60, always. Swoopity-whoop. Otherwise, there's no other way you can have a triangle because it won't add up to 180. So those are the three kinds of names or types of triangles if you're talking about like the side length.